3 years old, going to turn 34 in March, and he literally had an MVP-type season last year.
Yeah, I mean, he is so much fun to watch. He's really brought the fundamentals back to the game of basketball. His ability to either dribble or shoot the basketball are something to behold. He is really something special. Led the league in scoring, as you mentioned, last season. Averaged 32 points per game, but it's his three-point shooting that excites just about everybody. And Jordan Poole, a teammate of his, having a real good preseason. He had 30 in the first games and 17 against Denver. I mean, the guy is really playing well, so they're going to be very, very interesting this year, especially when they get Klay Thompson back in the lineup.
Stick around, because in a matter of moments we'll get underway, and the Brody and the King will be on the court in the starting lineup for the purple and gold. Lakers Warriors next to Chase. Come on across the bay. Exactly what they did a couple years ago when they moved here. Lakers Warriors from Chase Center. This will be the third of 5 preseason games for the Warriors. Lakers still will have 3 more following this. Here's the starting lineup. We're going to see DeAndre tonight. We thought he might sit and have Dwight available, but they both might play tonight. Malik has been absolutely fantastic. More, of course, on Russ and Braun in a moment. A lot of familiar faces for the Warriors, especially Draymond Green and Steph Curry. Poole, as you mentioned, Stu, has just been going off here early on. Former Bruin, Kevon Looney. And what an acquisition with OPJR, Otto Porter Jr., been riddled with injuries throughout his career, but off to a nice preseason start for this team. Alexis, keys to the game, Stu.
Obviously, health is the #1 issue for the Lakers, as it is with every team, but the gameplay cohesion, what I mean by that is, this is the first time Russ and LeBron have been in a game together, so can't play enough together in my estimation. But most of the work needs to be done on the defensive end. They have really got some strides to make there.
Now, defense and rebounding. All right, we're probably not going to see AD tonight, obviously, Mike Trudell. But we've been waiting for it. And here comes Russ, the Brody and the King. LeBron on the court.
That's right, Billy, and let's focus on Russell Westbrook for a moment, as he is the new Laker. And doesn't he look nice there in the gold of the Lakers, his hometown, of course, where he grew up. And Russell Westbrook has been the driver of energy throughout the preseason in practice, said Frank Vogel before the game. And LeBron, too, was always there. But with Russ, he is the ultimate floor raiser, guys. And this one, Russ is always the type of player who is going to bring it. And Stu, you've talked about this over the years when looking at Russ playing for opponents. His teammates respond off of that, and especially now he's been so happy getting to just look down and kind of pinch himself that it says Lakers across his chest. So even if it's a preseason game, Stu, I think you know what he's going to do tonight with the energy.
You know that, and he's not the only one pinching themselves. Everybody that's a Laker fan is pinching themselves with him in a Laker uniform.
And everybody touching the basketball except, well, actually everybody has touched it. Now for the Lakers as they bring it into the front court. DJ underneath after 15. His foul is off the rim, and Draymond Green, who had nearly 9 assists a game last year, his career high, and the second most ever in NBA history for a forward. And during last year, LeBron holds that record with over 9 assists a game.
But that's what you have to do, Draymond. You have to make him a shooter. They run their offense through him. He sees the floor. He makes a lot of great passes, but you got to make him become a scorer.
LeBron, of course, wearing number 6, the new uniform, the old number for him. His first shot of the preseason comes up way short. Going to be out of bounds. Now, of course, let's remind everybody the last time we saw these two teams against each other was a pretty epic playoff type game during the play-in last year, where LeBron hit that shot late to seal the deal for the Lakers.
That impossible shot.
Where he couldn't see.
That was, even if he could see, that was quite a shot that he made.
Yeah, Steph had a nice game. You know who really played well in that game was Jordan Poole, who we have mentioned has played really well. 30 points against Portland. And in that game against Portland, their first preseason game, as Steph tries a 3, Stu, they tried 69 threes. 69, that's one short of the NBA record.
That's what this game has become. It's become a 3-point shooting game. So if you can't shoot the ball from the perimeter, find yourself a seat on the bench.
115 3-point attempts in the first 2 preseason games for Golden State. Malik Monk, boy, he has been sensational so far. Instant offense for the Lakers. Bazemore played last year for this Warrior team, and he gets denied at the rim, and here comes Curry. Steph runs into traffic. Thought about an outside jump shot. Draymond quickly gets it right back from Poole. He bumps Bazemore, loose basketball.
Let him play.
And a weak side rebound, tapped by DJ. It's going to go out of bounds to Los Angeles.
I'm going to go out on a limb.
Okay, this early.
Yeah, one of these two teams is going to score.
Eventually. There's a higher score in the baseball game right now. Here's Westbrook. Leaves it for DJ. Russ, you know he's going to go 100 miles an hour at both ends of the floor, 100 miles plus. Draymond Green is going to be the first score right here. And it is with Steph Curry on the break, laying it up and in from Green. Quickly at the other end, Bazemore. And the Lakers ice cold to start the game, 0 for 5. Long by Poole, trying to bank one in.
Steph Curry territory.
Poole actually got demoted, if you want to call it, back to the G League last year. And once he was brought back up, he was a completely different player. Monk, got it! Malik Monk.
There's the guy that's been impressed with me. So far in the preseason, it's been Malik Monk.
He's the talk of the preseason so far. Had a game-high 18 Wednesday against Phoenix. Went 7 for 11. And that's really what the Laker fans have been discussing, other than the fact that we're waiting for Westbrook and LeBron.
Just standing behind the line, and LeBron finds him, and he finds the hoop.
10 of his 15 against Brooklyn the other afternoon. Came in the span of 3 minutes. On its way, Curry comes up short. Rebound LeBron. No indication exactly how much they will play tonight. Posting up in very low is DJ, and he gets fouled. So a career free throw percentage of under 50%. Here's DJ. All right, Frank Vogel in charge for the Lakers. Of course, still looking to find the starting lineup for game number 1, which will be against this Warrior team. And doesn't it seem like Steve Kerr has been the head coach here longer than 8 years? This is his 8th season. Oh, by the way,
Who's that behind him?
there's Ray Ritter. Can't get any better as far as media relations. Gentleman person, formerly with the Lakers. He gave you your chocolate chip cookie, and in the media pack, you had your M&Ms waiting for you at the hotel. It's just he goes above and beyond the call of duty to make you happy. So DJ will be at the free throw line again. Okay, the Lakers 0-2, both losses to the Nets and the Suns by double digits. In fact, we'll see this Golden State team 3 times in the next 12 days.
Nice job by Andre as he knocks down both free throws.
Cool. With the basketball, trying to go baseline, runs into Bazemore. Good defense by Ken Bazemore. And that's where he will excel this year for the Lakers.
Yeah, even though he had a good three-point shooting year last year at about 40% or so, he's not a three-point shooter. He's a slasher defender type.
They call him 3-and-D because that's kind of a guys are labeled. They're tumbling over each other at Chase Center, and the Warriors come up with it, but standing on the line was Draymond Green.
Gotta know where you are on the floor. Everybody tries to get behind that three-point line in the short corner, but sometimes you get your heels on the line as you see the scramble for the loose ball. And the Warriors come up with it, then give it right back to the Lakers. Draymond couldn't get legal.
LeBron into the corner. Good look over to Bazemore. Tapped and controlled by DJ. Gives him an extra 14. Now LeBron wanders in. Boy, he got bailed out. That was going straight out of bounds, but it went off the hand of Draymond Green.
This is one of the reasons why I said you cannot play together enough. Especially when you have some newcomers come to your ball club. And there are quite a few newcomers on this Laker team.
Draymond 3rd last year in the defensive voting for Player of the Year. Here's one of those newcomers you were alluding to yet another one. Only 3 holdovers and the basket by Jordan.
Again, off the dribble was the play made by Malik Monk. Not only a three-point shooter, but showed that he can create off the dribble.
It's a turnover as it's thrown out of bounds by Otto Porter Jr. Russ looking for his first points. Down the middle comes LeBron. Tried to lay it off for George. LeBron will fall away. Jump shot going to be taken by Looney. It's a 7-0 run for the Lakers here over the last minute and a half. Curry trying to go into his stance. You can see the Lakers picking him up anywhere, all over the floor, as everybody knows. He'll still beat you, won't he?
He's almost more dangerous without the ball. He moves so well without the ball, and he's such a good quick release guy. You got to be aware of him at all times.
Westbrook pulls up, led in assists last year. Russell did. Off target. Leader in assists, also led the NBA in turnovers.
You know, the Warriors take a timeout, and believe me, both teams are happy to have this timeout because it's been a very slow start by each basketball team.
Lakers basketball is being brought to you by Carl's Jr. Introducing the new hot honey and breaded chicken lineup. Try it today. And by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Good times, less than 90 minutes from wherever you are. With Braun changing back to number 6, Braun is now appointed the big three is Lakers 360 as you look at the numbers. And the assist leaders over the last decade, and currently on the Lakers, 7 of the 10 wearing the purple and gold. Pretty crazy, huh?
Yeah, quite remarkable.
CP3 a couple of times, and James Harden. Of course, Russ is a former MVP of the league back in 2017. Southern California product, born in Long Beach. Curry, that's off the rim, rebound taken by Bazemore. It has not been a pretty first 5 minutes to this one. Golden State sit on 2 right now.
Yeah, they're 1 out of 8 from the field. The Lakers are sparkling 2 out of 11.
2 for 11. They've got free throws though to go for it. LeBron misses. Tapped up by DJ, who has been very active. So maybe the Lakers have gotten a word that they've got to be able to hit the boards. There's been a lot of 1 and outs so far, and DJ in there working hard on the offensive glass.
He knows if he's going to get any production, it's going to be offensive rebounding and lobs. So, but he does that regardless. He's a guy that just brings to the table all those things that you count on to win.
A little one-on-one for LeBron. Here's that step back, fall back, does not draw iron as the clock was winding down. And LeBron pleading to no avail, of course, that he was hit on the arm. Did it graze the rim? Other than that, they called a 24-second violation.
Come on, you think the officials would make a mistake?
And do you think we could see from up here? I mean, it's very comfortable, but we're a ways away. Curry's wide open, gives it up. Toscano on the side. The Oakland product, part of the Mexican national team. Here's Monk. 1 bounce for rhythm. Taken by Draymond Green.
That was terrible floor balance. They had 4 guys on the same side of the floor.
Bielitsa gave it up. Yet another turnover. Lakers were the 3rd worst team in turnover department last year. Russ kicks it. LeBron still hasn't scored. So the Lakers are 1 for 7 from downtown. We've gone 2 minutes and 20 seconds without a point in this game. They're over are the Warriors from beyond the arc. That's not going to count.
Well, there's Draymond Green being too unselfish. He had a layup that he passed. So he's got to take that shot. I don't care how much of a playmaker he is. He's wide open. Steph gives him the ball and he tries to pass it instead of taking it up strong. Every ball out of bounds on the sideline because he wasn't in the action shoot.
Right, Dwight comes in and Carmelo into the game. Carmelo Anthony. It was a nice debut for Melo the other night, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, Melo is really going to be a plus for this team. He gives them somebody, especially in the half-court set, that is good in the mid-range game.
Down goes Curry, down goes Russ. Loose basketball going to be picked up by Golden State.
Yeah, this is lovely.
On its way, down it goes. Finally, we've got another 3. Juan Toscano Anderson. Bazemore will leave it for the 10th highest score in the history of the league. Carmelo Anthony from Syracuse. Here he is, corner of the key. Mid-range has been his game, although he will stretch it out. Had that wonderful percentage from beyond the arc last year. Down the middle goes Green. Blocked by Dwight.
Dwight just sized that one up, had the angle.
Now Bazemore trying to get to the rim, and out of bounds it goes. So we went 4:38 between hoops for Golden State.
Let's get another look at Dwight making that clean block. Draymond didn't take any of the angle away from the shot blocker. And unless you're a high fly act on a flush, that's the kind of result you're going to generally see.
Again, rebound, run the floor a bit, play some defense. That's all Dwight and DJ really have to do this year, and the job will be well done for the Lakers. Free throw time now for Ken Bazemore out of Old Dominion. And a group outing at Laker game is the perfect way to entertain clients, boost morale, or to celebrate any special occasion. Visit Lakers.com/tickets for more info and let the fun begin. Lakers will be back home Sunday night against Phoenix, the save Golden State team at Staples Center on Tuesday. And then Lakers will close out the exhibition slate against Luke Walton's Sacramento Kings team. They're pretty good too. They're going to be fun to watch. We'll take a deep dive into them when we see him next week. Ellington, who can really shoot it and stretch the floor. One of the reasons why they got him, obviously. Iggy's back. That was the big cheer for that you heard a few minutes ago. He is back where he was really a star. Ellington open, doesn't take it. He'll kick it out into the corner. Anderson trying it again. And the rebound of Westbrook, who's a really good rebounder. You have to be when you average a triple-double for the course of the season.
Sure has to be. Turnovers like both teams go. Just showing that it's definitely preseason.
Here's a look at Draymond. Draymond now in his 10th year, 31 years of age, played 4 years at Michigan State. And of course, Klay Thompson, they are waiting for him. It'll be a couple more months. He is not playing 5-on-5. Stewie's at practice every single day, ramping things up. And they've specifically not given a timeline. They don't want to have to rush him into anything. And we see and talk to Michael all the time, and Michael says things are really going well for Thompson.
I'm just so happy for him because he's such an addition. It will be an addition to this existing team that they have, because they get him back. Man, you talk about spacing the floor. Oh my goodness.
I mean, they think that if Klay comes back and he's 100%, they can't challenge it. They think the core of Green, Curry, and Thompson have a good 3 or 4 more years left in them.
No, it's just under 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter. The Lakers up by 2.
Welcome back to San Francisco, where the Lakers hold a 9-7 lead early in this one. So you're taking a look at Russell Westbrook here. And the way things might go this year in terms of rotation, Bill and Stu, you'll see some stagger between him and LeBron James. So in this case, LeBron went out at right around the 6-minute mark. Russ still on the floor. Because here's the thing, Bill and Stu, almost throughout LeBron's entire career, such is his dominance that when he sits down, the level of play drops. They do think, though, that Russell Westbrook, as a guy that's been the creator of an offense, no matter what team that he's been on, they think they can get a lot closer to establishing that production. So it'll be interesting to see, Stu, where this progresses, but do expect to see them staggered some as Russ takes some of that load when LeBron sits.
Yeah, and I do expect that. I mean, I expected that from the very start, that in the course of the meat part of the game, one of the two of them would be on the floor.
Working on the perimeters over to Kendrick Nunn, who played the most minutes the other night. Westbrook turns it over right to the passing lane. He goes to score.
The Warriors came out in a zone, and the Lakers passed it right to him.
Into the corner, Carmelo picked up immediately by Andre Iguodala.
They're in the zone again, so beware.
Russ looking to attack on Anderson, and they throw it away. Russ 2 times in a row, right to the hands of the defense. Trying to split the zone. Anderson on the outside. Rebound to Wayne Ellington. He's been so far from beyond the arc this preseason. He's played in now all 3 games. Here comes the southpaw Nunn. Drive kick. Carmelo corner. Spins out. Tap. To be taken by Golden State into the corner from the Laker bench. We got under 3 minutes now to play in quarter number 1. Knotted up at 9. And a foul on the outside on Anthony.
LeBron James hustling back in, coming in for, as Mike Fidel just said, staggering him. Here comes LeBron, out goes Russ.
We're looking at LeBron, 4th oldest in the league. And the 3rd oldest is with him on the floor right now in Carmelo Anthony. That's just a whole lot of great experience. Class of 03. Iguodala. Curry, you're not going to get that call this year, remember. Driving yourself into the body will not be whistled this year by the NBA officials. Underneath, there's Dwight, and he's going to go to the free throw line and get a couple.
Yeah, he got deep position, and as good a defensive player as Iguodala has always been, no match on the inside against the much taller, stronger Dwight Howard is. Good pass inside by Nunn. Foul by Iguodala. To the line, Dwight Howard.
All right, Stu, since we saw everyone last, the word came out that Trevor Ariza obviously is going to be out now for at least a couple of months. How does that specifically set the Lakers back now as they get set for the opening of the season?
I don't know if it sets them back per se, but it just, you know, that there was going to be some real battles for playing time at that position anyhow. So it's just going to maybe make it a little easier on the rotation. But when he comes back, then you may have that same dilemma raise its head again.
Yeah, I should say scrambling is a bit, probably a better word, just to be able to fill that position a little bit, so they'll be a little thin there. Of course, we expect AD to maybe start opening night at the 5.
Now the two Lakers centers have both been perfect from the free throw line. That's what you can do. You can really stretch the floor.
Figures to play quite a bit here. Nemanja Bjelica from Serbia, now in his 7th year in the NBA. Go to the other side, Melo to score.
And that's where he's going to have the negative effect. When the defensive end, he's not that strong.
Steph, Lakers had a chance to break. This is what they want to do. LeBron down to the way goes, all the way, scoop it up and in. Count and one. LeBron James.
Still one of the scariest sights in the league. It's got to be LeBron with a head of steam in the open court. Getting another look at Carmelo just taking Bjelica very easily to the rim and scoring. But then in the open court transition-wise, LeBron has him backpedaling and gets the whistle in his favor and gets a three-point opportunity, his first scratch of the game.
St. Vincent St. Mary's High School, 18th year, 17 times an All-Star, 4 times an MVP, 4 times an NBA champ, and the 3rd leading scorer in the history of the league. Also 8 all-time assists, 13 steals. LBJ. Under 2 minutes to go now here in the first quarter. We are live from Golden State. First 3 meetings between these two teams in the next 12 days. Backdoor, backhand layup, good foul, Ellington. 3-point opportunity for Curry.
Again, there's Steph Curry, known as a 3-point shooter, which is obvious, but he's played without the basketball. He's constantly on the move, and he really puts a lot of pressure on you. He just back cuts, goes to the rim, gets fouled by Ellington. 3-point opportunity for Steph Curry.
Steph, who was 3rd in MVP voting last year, despite the fact that he was number 1 in scoring, beat out Bradley Beal as they were neck and neck down the stretch. It was his 2nd scoring title, and he had some just ridiculous streaks during the course of the year, putting up unbelievable numbers during those stretches. Anthony, pull-up jump shot just inside the 3. Good offensive rebound. Doing work as Dwight to put it up for the second chance basket.
They got nobody who's going to be able to handle Dwight on the glass. One, he's just too big and too physical.
No James Wiseman so far. Wiseman was hurt as Eagle shoots from the corner most of last year. He's rehabbing an injury now this year, too. He missed the last 20 games of last season.
Look at Dwight on the offensive glass. Nobody even close to contesting after he gobbled it up.
A little meniscus repair for Wiseman on his right knee. Also, Jonathan Kuminga, who is one of the lottery picks. We're not going to see him during the preseason. He's hurt. It's unfortunate that they had 2 lottery picks this last year. Ron back to the basket. A little one-on-one on an island. Working it. Step back is good. How many times have we seen that the last couple of years from LeBron?
It makes it look like an easy shot. It's not, trust me.
Anderson straight away. Nothing but net. Splash for number 95.
Again, Carmelo just taking Bjelica straight to the box, working him over, getting fouled to go back to the line. We talked about how LeBron makes makes this shot look easy. It's just not. You have a depth perception shot. It's just a difficult one to do. It makes it look crazy.
Yeah, remember, LeBron missed 26 of the final 30 regular season games when they rolled up on his ankle. Very slow getting back. They're being very careful with it. He's unable to get back into rhythm, and they were beaten by Phoenix in the first round of the playoffs. They did beat, as we mentioned, Golden State, who was eventually then eliminated during the play-in tournament last year before the actual playoffs began. Lakers have beaten this team when it counts the last couple of times in 5 out of the last 6. Stu, you remember the last time that Golden State beat him? It was on MLK Day last year. Remember, the Lakers were way up and just blew that second half. Golden State beat him.
If there's time on the clock, play hard as if you're down.
The train comes down the track again. Behind the back to none.
Well, they're rolling that somebody touched the ball when LeBron moved to the rim initially, so he was able to pick it up, and he gets the assist as the Lakers go up by 7.
Shot clock about 3 ahead of the game clock as we wind down quarter number 1. Chase at 7-point lead for the Lakers. Ellington will hook pass quickly into the corner. Another long shot, long rebound. Curry's going to get an opportunity. Got it! Steph Curry, the quick trigger. Lakers still have time with 2 and 1. Ellington gets his shot blocked, and that's the end of the quarter.
Well, after a very slow start to the first quarter, both teams started to get their act together a bit on the offensive end, cut down on turnovers, and ended up with a decent first quarter score. The Lakers lead the Warriors 25-21.
Lakers basketball is being brought to you by Nissan. Choose Nissan today for great offers on our most exciting lineup ever. Shop NissanUSA.com. Transamerica building, one of the most recognizable parts of this very recognizable skyline of the San Francisco area. LeBron making his preseason debut. A rough first quarter for Russell Westbrook, Stu. 7 turnovers for Russ. So to say he's rusty would be an understatement.
But it's just, again, first in-game situations with all these new guys and playing against a different defensive opposition, not like you're doing in practice. So, but 7, that is what. Good run.
Bielitsa with the clock winding down, 3 to shoot. As he goes in very deep, they knock it around. Bielitsa gets it back himself and scores.
Forced it into a bad attempt, but he was able to get his own miss and then put it right back up.
On the floor for the Lakers to start the second quarter, you've got Ron, Wayne Ellington, Kendrick Nunn, Dwight Howard, and Carmelo Anthony. Avery Bradley is in the game for Golden State. Remember that 2020 championship team, the Lakers, remember, did not play in the bubble. It's good to see Avery. Here he is with Golden State. Well run, break, and then blowing the layup was cool, and they blow another one. 2 absolute gimmies on the break, and then the follow, and Nunn trying to make him pay, cannot, but Dwight's there again to clean it up.
I tell you, they have nobody. Right now, Bielitsa is their biggest guy out there, so he's assigned to Dwight, and he is really no match.
There's the floater by Poole.
Breakdown defensively by the Lakers. Clock on that semi-high screen.
Nunn will lob it under, intended for Carmelo Anthony, yet another turnover. Here we are in the other end, the fouls called. Andre Iguodala was there.
Why would Andre Iguodala pass that one? He's literally going up for a layup against a shorter defender, and he's thinking pass. You got to think score.
Iggy went to U of A for a couple of years, now 37. He's also in his 18th year. Finals MVP back in 2015. There's a lot of that point forward for this team.
Well, they take out Bielitsa and bring in Looney, someone who has a little bit of size to be able to handle right on the interior.
Yeah, Cafon's a very good offensive rebounder, too, on this end of the floor. Poole leaves it off now to the corner, gets it right back with 9 to shoot. First minute and a half here, the second quarter. Lakers, Warriors. Open. Avery Bradley got it. There's Avery. Of course, the defense and the leadership that he brought to that Laker team during the course of the regular season.
I think there's some blood on the finger of LeBron James, so there's some stoppage as he goes to the sideline to have it attended to.
So the quick timeout with the score 28-27.
The Warriors have always been able to move the basketball around. They've got all these perimeter shooters. Finally get it to Avery Bradley, who drains the triple and gives the Warriors a 1-point advantage.
We just had our first lead change since the 9:38 mark of the first quarter. And Mike, what do you got for us?
Well, before the game, guys, Steve Kerr was asked about how he thinks the Lakers will be with the addition of Russ, and the word that he used was power. And you can see a little bit of that so far, right? 9 free throw attempts for the Lakers, just 1 for Golden State. And, you know, Stu, this is without Anthony Davis, but when you've got AD in there and LeBron and Russ, and when Dwight plays especially, that's 4 guys who are probably right at the top of their position in terms of strength and athleticism. So that force and that thrust is something that Vogel really likes to deploy.
Yeah, and that's going to be important to get them all out there together so they can get accustomed to utilizing those assets.
Lakers shooting just 31%, 7 to shoot. Underneath is Dwight, out of none. He's probably going to have to put it up. Here he goes down the lane, throws it up after contact, and he scores, but no whistle.
That was nice hang time by Nunn. Right into Looney, waited until the defender was off the ball a little bit, and then go ahead and release it.
Got 5 lead changes. Nobody's led by more than 7. The biggest lead belonged to the Lakers. Golden State's biggest lead has been 2. And they're back at it now as Poole knocks it down from downtown. 31-29. Pushing and shoving. As Ellington gets thrown back a little bit.
Another look at that play by Kendrick Nunn, right into the body of Looney, and gets the hoop. And on the other end, Jordan Poole. Push, pull, splash.
Each team right now with 12 points in the paint. 6 threes made for Golden State, just 2 for the Lakers. They finished in the bottom third of 3-point percentage last year. Off target yet again. Dwight once nearly had another offensive rebound because he missed it right at the rim.
He missed. I thought he was just going to go up and flush it, and somehow missed it.
Bradley corner, that barely grazed the rim. Here come the Lakers on a mini break in the attacking zone. LeBron trying to get it around the back, had his pocket picked, and we got a foul on LeBron and his anxiety to try to get it back.
LeBron still dealing with that scratch cut or whatever it is on his hand as he mishandles the ball a bit and then picks up the foul.
LeBron has only been out of the game for a very brief moment or two. Already played 12 minutes in the game, more than any other Laker to this point in his debut in the preseason. Got a hand on that. Iguodala quickly into the corner. Poole step back, quick one. Tap by Melo, almost went in his own basket. Look at Toscano Anderson. Poole wide open. He should knock this down, and he does. He's that good of a shooter. You give him that kind of time, he's going to hit it. Ellington will go to the line and shoot 3 as they foul the Duke. Trying to shoot and score from beyond the arc.
Avery Bradley did a good job of trying to flag him, run by with your hands up, trying to just break his concentration. But the Warriors with offensive rebounds. Jordan Poole on the sidelines. Steph showing his approval.
Those 30 that Jordan Poole scored in the first exhibition game so far has held up the most points of anybody so far in the NBA exhibition season. Of course, minutes are down for so many players and interchange, so 30 so far, the top scoring effort. NBA's 75th anniversary.
The host of players coming back in the game.
That's nearly a line change for the Lakers.
3 starters coming back. Bazemore, DeAndre Jordan, and Russell Westbrook. Ellington scratches for the first time from the line. He's got 2 points. He's made 2 of the 3 free throws that he's been ordered.
And we'll see if Russ can get on the board as he comes back. He's 0 for 2 from the floor. A couple of rebounds. picked up a foul and had those 7 turnovers in the first quarter.
I anticipated overpassing. I really did. You've got guys that are playing in the first time together in a game, even though it's a preseason game. I just thought they would be a little too unselfish.
Losing your high school in Lawndale, which is just minutes away from the practice facility for the Lakers. And then UCLA for a couple of years. Another deep 3. Rebounder Russ. Here he goes, handling the basketball. He'll bring it himself. Westbrook into the corner. They're going to move it on the perimeter. Ellington, after a perfect trip to the free throw line. In fact, the Lakers have not missed from the free throw line, and that's always great news when they start the game shooting well from the line. They're 12 for 12.
13 on the 24 on this possession for the Lakers. See what Russell Westbrook does.
Pull up mid-range, try to bank it in. Rebound to Kevon Looney. So one to Bruin, to another on the rebound, getting knocked down, and hoping to take the charge that time was Ellington.
Well, you know, if Wayne hadn't reached, he was in good, he really kept his feet in good position, but because he reached, he picked up the foul. Had he stayed not reaching in, he would have got the offensive foul, probably, and did a turnover.
Third team foul on the Lakers, 2 team fouls on Golden State. Only player in double figures in the game. You could probably guess it. Steph Curry with a dozen. With a good effort that time by DJ to alter the shot. Just Jordan, the defense down the middle, lay it up and missed by Bazemore after the nice shovel dish by Kendrick Nunn. The Lakers have way too many right at the rim. This pass is stolen, goes into the hands of Jordan. The attacking 47, Westbrook. The trailer is Nunn on its way. So the Lakers' woes continue shooting the basketball. 28%, make it 27% now from the floor.
They're fortunate to be down only by 2.
Damian Lee.
Make it 4.
Damian Lee.
The Warriors are shooting, heated up a bit. They're up around the 36% mark.
That's Steph's brother-in-law. He's quite thrilled to be called that every single night. Russ turns it over again. And Otto Porter Jr. at the other end. Count it goes. It doesn't go. Down he goes to the floor. And the foul by Bazemore. We'll take a timeout.
6:43 to go in the first half. Back and forth with lead changes now. With the Lakers now giving up the lead, trailing by 4.
Do you recognize the man behind the mask? That is Baron Davis talking to Dwight during that timeout. 36-32. And with that, it's time for the Spotlight. Brought to you by Morondo.
And it's on Steph Curry, who was the game's leading scorer. Just no surprise there. Shooting 50% from the field. Hasn't missed from inside the arc, so the Lakers are pretty lucky because he's got 5 misses, all of them from three-point land. So when he starts to heat up a bit from there, look out. This guy can just do it all offensively.
Assist to turnover ratio right now. Lakers 4 assists, 11 turnovers. Golden State 8 assists, 7 turnovers. Curry has 1 assist to go along with his 15 points. Well, it said 12 there on our monitor right now. It says 15. Not sure which one it is. 36-32.
I'd vote for 12.
Okay, why not? Because that's what we have. 36-32, biggest lead of the game for Golden State. Lakers, as I mentioned earlier, led by as many as 7. You know who we're not going to see tonight is Andrew Wiggins. All the drama with Wiggins and would he get vaccinated or not. He is vaccinated and ready to go with the rule here in San Francisco that if you are working in this area, and obviously with the home team, you have to be vaccinated to play. The visitors, no such problems as Bazemore drains one. Yes, sir, from the corner for Ken Bazemore.
They came out after that free throw, they being the Warriors in the zone again. It's designed to give you, make you shoot from the perimeter, and Bazemore obliged.
Here in the halfway mark of quarter number 2. Poole with Nunn right on his hip. It's going to roll around and spill out. Rebound to DJ. DeAndre Jordan now has 5 rebounds. 4 rebounds for Bazemore. 3 for LeBron. 3 for Westbrook. Golden State will bring it up. Oh, look at this move by Poole. Jordan Poole turning Wayne Ellington around. And at the other end, throw it down, reverse style. DJ, the lob and the jam.
Russ setting it up, and Andre really put a nice looking finish.
Mooney, so some action here in the last couple of moments. Ooh, wowed the crowd just a moment ago with that move, and the Lakers came right down and settled things with that slam. Oh, getting right around DJ, who recovered nicely, but yet fouled him and down the ground.
Another look at the Jordan Poole move. And Wayne Ellington going east, he was going west. Then he ranks the three, but then Lakers answered with the lob to Andre Jordan. Back to the basket, two-hand flush.
Dunks and defense for DJ, averaging 18.5 minutes over the first couple of games. And stay connected with your team. The official Lakers mobile app powered by Bibigo. Follow each game with highlights, post-game interviews, photo galleries, and more. Download to your iPhone or Android right now. Bibigo is the sponsor with their name and logo on the Lakers jersey for the next few years. 41-37. These teams will meet 4 times during the course of the season. October 19th, which is opening night at Staples Center. Then Feb 12, March 5th, April 7th. March 5th will be the other Staples date. Russ from 15. Did he get a hand on that, I would assume, or was it just an air ball? Here's Draymond Green. So Russ misses the target. Here's baseline, so smooth. Steph Curry.
That's the guy who better run off the three-point line. But when you do, his handles are so good, he's going to make something happen on the interior.
We got Curry with 17. Here is LeBron off the window to score. Right side, right hand for the King.
Nice little two-man game with Malik Monk.
LeBron averaged 25 a game last season when healthy. Reaching in is Malik. Malik's going to be called for the foul.
The Warriors have definitely heated up on the offensive end, up to 40% now. Lakers still struggling down on the 31% mark.
Monk 233 games during the course of his 4-year NBA career. Only started once. And who knows the way he's playing. And however, maybe Frank and staff are thinking he could get a few starts in this year. Out of Kentucky, the 11th pick.
What would you rather do, Bill? Would you rather start and play 20 minutes,
Or play a lot of
25 minutes, or come off the bench and play 30?
100%. I wasn't going to mention that. In fact, I was thinking about that today. That's what really matters, is how many minutes you play. And are you playing in crunch time? Do they really trust you? I'd rather play more minutes, dude. What would you do?
I'd rather play more minutes. Exactly. On the floor.
Westbrook.
Looking out there against LeBron. Let's see what happens here.
Going to try to take advantage of this. Pull up from 18 straight away, and he rattles it in. Little mid-range magic for LeBron James.
Made him take something that's a little bit more difficult than having to drive and get it easy. Look at this.
Oh, Draymond goes easily to the basket.
Even though he's usually looked at the pass, he didn't have a choice on that move to the rim.
No defense, too, either that time for the Lakers. LeBron feeling himself right now, going into the dribble. Gets around Looney this time. 1-2, scoop. Monk. Shot long rebound. Russ nearly had it. I believe he was fouled.
And nearly got decapitated by Looney.
Look out.
The two Bruins.
Yeah, Russ was the number 4 pick by Seattle back in 2008. His sophomore year, he played with Kevin Love, Darren Collison, and Luke Mbamute. They went 35-4, Stu. That was a Ben Howland team for UCLA. Bazemore in the corner, ring it up for 3.
A triple for Bazemore. Give the assist to Westbrook.
Downtown and down for Kent. Knocked down at the other end. Oh, Bazemore can't believe it.
Well, they're saying he went down too easy.
Russ Front court. Westbrook underneath. Got it!
Westbrook gets his first points of the game.
First as a Laker, albeit in the preseason. He's now 1 for 5. Russell Westbrook. Deep for Curry. Short. Tapped by Westbrook. No. Picked up by the Warriors. On its way. Rebound Westbrook.
Giving up too many second chance opportunities. They have enough size under there to get that rebound.
Down by 4. LeBron trying to get to the basket. Runs into a triple team. So we'll see how hot Bazemore is. Got it again. Some fresh down.
Did I say Bazemore wasn't a three-point shooter?
Oh, he is. He heard you. He said, Stu, tell me again. Bazemore, last year, 41% from beyond the arc. A career high.
Bazemore just spotting up behind the line, waiting to get the pass. Finally gets it, and LeBron says, Rush, you give it to him. So he says, I don't care who gives it to me, just give it to me.
All right, welcome back to Golden State. Lakers trailing 50-49. Bunch of threes from Kent Bazemore via Russell Westbrook. And guys, just monitoring social media early. How about this? So Johnny Brown, he is on the right in both photos, and then Rajon Rondo, apparently, Bill and Stu, not aging a day. Still looks great there. And I got to get more info on this from Johnny. I know he's from Florida. I haven't asked him yet, or Rondo, about this photo, but kind of cool to see that. And hey, Rondo looking good.
That's quite a
Isn't that great? Isn't that great?
That's
Yeah,
nice.
it's going around IG today. Lakers posted it. Lakers posted it.
Outgrew him a little bit, didn't he?
All right. Shandy, by the way, has impressed Frank Vogel. He went and talked about him. He said, hey, he's grabbing that opportunity, just like we saw, just like we said. So we'll see how much more time he will get during the exhibition season.
You saw a rarity as Steph Curry misses a free throw. I was just going to say, one way to help speed up the game is when he gets fouled again, don't just put him on the board and just go the other way. But he missed that, and that's why they don't do that.
He was 92% last year. Steph Curry.
Over him.
Front court, Russell Westbrook making his debut with the Lakers. Goes to trade with the Wizards. Sent Kuzma and others to Washington. Comes up short, rebound, taken by Golden State. 2 minutes to go here in the half. We'll be sending it back down to the studio at El Segundo at halftime. So stick around for that. Draymond Green kick it into the corner. That's Otto Porter Jr. You know, they are absolutely cash-strapped. More than anybody in the league. And so they were thrilled to be able to get a guy like Otto Porter Jr. who looks healthy and happy and contributing. Anthony, corner three. Look at Russ. Boy, he was gliding in there to try to tip it in. Curry behind his back. Here's a floater. Short. Westbrook's got the rebound. Lead for LeBron. Couldn't really turn. Then he does. Open is Carmelo again. Anthony short. Carmelo's still looking for his first made three as a Laker. Was over the other night. Well, Draymond's got pretty good position. Goes it right back to Poole on the two-man game. He doesn't make a mistake.
Gotta make sure when it goes to Draymond that everybody else tightens up on the man. He's looking to find the open guy.
Look, he made 7 threes in the opener. That's a little Chase Center logo. Try by LeBron. Rebound taken by the Warriors. 7 made threes against Portland in the exhibition opener for George Poole.
Look at this pass.
Under to Steph after a great look and feed. By the way, all-time Steph is just under 91% in his career.
That shot there by Bazemore was a 2 for 1. Close. 5-second differential.
Lakers suddenly are down by double digits. They've been lighting themselves down by that often here in the preseason. That's good ball movement. Excellent ball movement. Rebound to Carmelo. Lakers with a 2-on-2 break. Now 3-on-2. LeBron trying to take it all the way. Has it raked out of his hands, out of bounds. It will go with 0.4 remaining in the half. Time for a catch and shoot.
You could see Draymond Green coming inside to try to strip LeBron, and he did. So, as you mentioned, the Derek Fisher time on the clock, 0.4.
LeBron will take it out of bounds. Targets include Westbrook, Anthony, Monk, and Bazemore. Bradley comes in for defense. And so does Toscano.
Steve Kerr really
playing it like a regular season
I mean,
game.
0.4, Steve. Nobody's in foul trouble.
Exhibition.
You're up by
it's the
10.
Lakers. LeBron. Get it in. Does. And Russ tried to get it out of his hands. I'm not sure it would have counted. What a half for Steph Curry and Jordan Poole. They combine for 31, make it 34 of the 59 that the Warriors scored. 59-49. Time now to check in with the Access Sportsnet studio. It is the Jack in the Box halftime report. Lakers basketball is being brought to you by the Southern California Toyota dealers. Wherever your adventures take you, get there with confidence with the Toyota.
We're at halftime. The Warriors and the Lakers. Lakers down by 10, 59-49. Now we visit the Lakers keys to the game. Of course, that first and the most important, of course, is a good one. And then the gameplay cohesion. 9 assists, 11 turnovers. And this looked like the first time these players had been on the floor together. They just were completely out of sync. That's why I said can't play together enough. And then work on the defense. That's probably the most important thing. The other things will start to iron itself out. They've got to really concentrate on that defense. And Mike Trudell, I'm sure that's something they talked about at intermission.
Yes, for sure, and I'm sure we'll hear more about that after the game. Frank Vogel is usually going to think about the defensive end of the court, and even though Golden State didn't shoot the ball particularly well, like they were only at 43%, and they were especially cold early, they were getting some pretty wide open shots, especially in that second quarter when they did score 38 points. So the Lakers have so many new players, right? They're going to have to find the cohesion of not playing together before on the defensive end. Even on the offensive side of the court, LeBron and Russ, they're going to be able to create some open shots that the Lakers just didn't knock down. Now, you guys, you'll notice as you look on the floor here, some changes in the rotation. So in comes Taylor Horton-Tucker and LeBron James and Russell Westbrook. Looks like they're just going to play the first half, and so they most likely will be done for the rest of the night. And it looks like who else out there? Rondo, as you see, will also start here in the second half.
Yeah, it doesn't even look like they're coming out for after halftime. I look down the bench and I see either Russ or LeBron.
Yeah, that was something that you talked about to me right after the half, that they had gone to a much shorter bench in that first half. Curry, there's a rebound to Jordan. So you've got Rondo, Bazemore, Jordan, Monk, and THT. Monk's going to come up a little bit wide and short on that. The rebound is taken by Damian Lee. And the Lakers 0-2 in the preseason, 2-0 for Golden State. It's a leaner, runner by Jordan Poole. He continues his scoring ways here in the exhibition campaign.
Yeah, I mean, he's got 16. Steph has, what, 20?
Yeah, he's going to play. Jordan Poole's going to play. He's a part of this regular rotation. He earned it the last part of last year. Rondo pushes that one up, and it settles in from 3. So the Lakers only had 5 made threes, shot under 30% in the first half. And Rajan has knocked that one down. Curry nearly ran with it. Came into the key, hustles back to retrieve. You've got 9 to shoot, so plenty of time. One bounce dribble, shot on the way, rebound Rondo. We got a whistle.
Technical foul on Dwight.
There's Dwight. That's the second one of the preseason. You know, Dwight fouled out in game 1 in 12 minutes. And they got a technical foul while talking to James Harden on the floor. He's got another one.
He's not even in the game. He was standing up on the sideline, and Frank goes over
to the chair right here. Call a bench for a reason. Right here, sit. So the second tee is Dwight still
usually there's not
with the fans.
During the preseason, there's not enough room on the bench, though.
Yeah, that's a good point.
There's too many bodies over there.
You know, we're talking about Jordan Poole. I know he's going to play a lot. He could be in line to start until Clay comes back in that spot. That would make a whole lot of sense. And this is a team that drafted Wiseman instead of LaMelo Ball. Might have been very interesting in this lineup, followed by Monk. Is that going to count? No basket. No basket.
Two bodies on the floor there is DeAndre Jordan, one of those. They've decided to call. Somebody doesn't have a shoe, so they're going to go retrieve that.
There was a thrown shoe. It's Damian Lee, and it is.
Are they counting the basket or not? I think they did. I think they counted the basket and stopped play because of the...
I thought I heard the public address announcer say no basket.
You did hear him say that.
Okay. And we are high atop the sideline. What we like to call our football booth for the year.
I don't know if they're counting it or not. They did score, so they should take it out baseline. If they didn't score, if they didn't count it, they would take it out on the side. So they took it out baseline. They must have counted the basket.
So here comes Steph Curry. See how much more he plays here in this half. He's launched again. He's at it again. Jordan Poole. I remember when he was a rookie and he came on, everybody said, oh yeah, he'll play. He's a great shooter, and then he just did not perform. Here he is stepping in front of THT. And then another bad look by the Lakers to turn it over for the 13th time. Lakers have given up 19 points off of turnovers already.
Yeah, that time Malik Monk got caught in the air. He left his feet and then had to pass it, and the distance on the pass was too far. And they shot the gap and got the interception.
Okay, that prior play was two fouls were called. One on Lee, one on Rondo on the prior play.
One that had DeAndre laid out on the floor.
Yeah. Curry trying to move in for some open real estate from about 17 feet. Straight away right hand. Stephen Curry. Oh, DJ! One hand, throw it down.
What about the pass from Rondo?
Absolutely.
That pass was almost from midcourt off the dribble, and he spots DeAndre running the floor. Just a nice heads-up play, and look at this finish. Man, Looney gets called for the touch foul, give the basket and one to DeAndre Jordan.
Back at the free throw line. Rajon, of course, who was signed to kind of as a player coach role. They just love his basketball acumen and the reasons why they brought him back. And last year, Rajon career low in minutes, scoring, rebounds, steals. You can't put up numbers if you're not playing. He just wasn't getting an opportunity.
You can't back off.
Curry got bumped late, but it was very late. Basket was almost, the ball was almost to the basket. THT gets hip checked. And before he falls out of bounds, they whistle the foul. So we're not even 3 minutes yet into this half. THT did not play in the first half if you just joined us.
In high school, they talked about not backing off. If you're going to make a mistake double teaming Steph coming over the screen, not going double teaming the roll man.
They've thrown everything at Steph Curry over the years. A lot of it is work.
No, just talking about you're going to make that mistake.
Yeah. Rajon gets that ball blocked away. Kevon Looney came all the way back to make it. Lee thought he saw baseline. Instead, he's cut off there by Monk. Steph is 1 for 9 from 3, by the way, tonight. 1 for 9. Bazemore, who's going to stop him? Apparently nobody. Monk. Got a whistle, and we might get an offensive foul on Bazemore because somebody finally did step in front of him.
After the pass, he ran over the defender. I understand the call. I don't like it. Nothing they can do about it, though.
So that Monk shot does not count. Here comes Wayne Ellington back into the game. Wayne last year with Detroit. 42.5% three-point field goal percentage. It was a career high shooting year for him overall, 44%. We mentioned how many teams he's played in his career.
Bazemore picked up his 4th foul. Not that should matter at all.
Might cut into some of his time, obviously, in the second half.
How is he the open man?
1 for 10.
That's not the issue. The issue is how is he
Wide
the
open.
open man?
That's what Mike was talking about. despite the fact that they didn't shoot it well, they had some great looks. Monk tried to hand it off to DJ off the his line. Poole's going to attack, you know that. Nice move. Went right around Rondo. Time out. And it's a 13-point deficit facing the Lakers.
Jordan Poole continuing his fine preseason play. Gets yet another opportunity in transition. Attacks. It's the easy hoop, and as you mentioned, they lead by 13.
Well, if you want to learn more about the positive impact that the Lakers are making in the community, follow @Lakers Community on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook to see photos and recaps of the Lakers as they strive to be champs in the community. And we're back at Chase Center, and 3 more exhibition games remain. We're hitting the halfway mark here tonight. And I know everybody's saying it cannot come soon enough already. And that's October 19th, opening night at Staples Center, opening night of the NBA for this upcoming season. 82 games this year. Back to a regular schedule, back to the regular timing of the schedule. There will be the play-in tournament again once the regular season ends on the 10th of April.
And back to the regular, take away all the marquee games from us.
There will be 12 games. That's the interesting fact.
We won't see the Warriors at all.
I was going to say, there's a spectrum. 12 games get taken away for national TV only, and 4 of them, all 4, against the Warriors. And I know, Stu, you're very disappointed as am I. We don't get a chance to call a regular season game between these two, especially after Thompson gets back. Really trying to find the lob to Jordan in the past 5-12 gets knocked away.
It's tough to make that lob consistently when you're throwing an underhand lob off the dribble. You almost want to make sure you get the ball in over your head so that you can fake the shot and then throw the lob.
There's a foul on DeAndre, who thought he had gone straight up. DJ picks up his 3rd personal foul tonight. Chase Center was shut down for a long time. They've had 3 or 4 concerts here in the last few weeks, and it's open for business. You've got to be fully vaxxed to get into this place. They were checking everyone.
Jordan Poole, his first free throws of the game. He's got now 22 points, looking for 23 with this one.
You know, speaking of those who are around Golden State, I know you talked to Ray a lot today, and you know, they talk about Poole. Really what sticks out is his outside shooting, but he's capable of putting it on the deck and creating a shot and going to the basket too.
That's what makes him dangerous.
Yeah.
When you have that ability, you can't be one-dimensional.
THT's got it from the outside. Taylor Horton-Tucker, so he is 4 for 9 this preseason.
That's what's going to help Taylor Horton-Tucker is his ability to score from the outside. And we know he can put it on the deck and get to the basket as the Lakers turn it over. Poole with another steal and misses the 3-pointer.
Curry's got 22, Poole's got 23. THT going to the basket, ultra aggressive. Taylor Horton-Tucker.
Overall, I think THT does a pretty good job once he gets into the lane and that secondary defender's come in and being a shot blocker. He kind of gets into the body and tries to take away the angle. It's sometimes hard to teach players that if you get yourself in there and you know there's a shot blocker, you've got to take that angle away from him so that he can't get that free jump.
You can see one of the 3 Lakers, we talk about that often, who are back in case you were watching a little baseball and flipped over. AD not playing tonight, which is his night off, so to speak. So, in other words, we have not seen the full complement on the court at the same time in a game so far. Russ and Braun played in the first half.
THT misses the first free throw for the Lakers in the game and makes the second.
And made their first 13 before that miss. Lee, good look for Looney. Looney's not going to give you much on offense. He was down low where he could do damage, but THT said, go ahead and earn it on the free throw line.
You know, before Looney had that hip problem, he did give you a little bit more offensively. I think that's kind of limited his offensive skills a bit.
And he's trying to stretch the floor a little bit like everybody else. Maybe his movement down low isn't what it was, like you're talking about, and maybe moving it back out.
Movement period, and I would think that with we come back from those types of surgeries and injuries close to 100% as possible.
It's basically half start, half bench last year was Kevon Moody. 34 starts, 27 off the pine. And then Rajon.
Ah, there's LeBron. I wondered where he was.
He's finally coming back out on the other side of the court. A slow walk.
Another turnover for the Lakers.
So LeBron is making his way back. These are iced. Largest lead of the game, 74-60. Curry over Horton Tucker. It has been one of those nights for Steph, as he will say, let's get it out of the way here in the preseason.
Another turnover.
And he steals it. Curry scores. That's where he's doing almost all of his damage is inside tonight.
Yeah, two-point land.
He's 1 for 10 from downtown. That's too high for even DJ. Look out, Draymond. It's coming your way. Green controls it. So everybody's getting some reps in, getting in shape. And again, the round is on. Third game in a row. The opposition is running it up on the Lakers. Timeout.
And believe me, the Lakers need this timeout just to regroup, get themselves in some kind of sequential order here as Jordan Poole continues his onslaught.
Let's get right into it. The drug in the box. Game summary. Jordan Poole. Run out. He had 30 in one game. He's got 26 in this one. Plus 17 in the first half. Had a whole bunch of turnovers. Did have 7 rebounds. Only scored 2 points. He managed 4 assists in his debut. It will get better. It will get better quickly. Points off the turnovers. Look at this. That is ugly. Ugly. 27 to 5 points off the turnovers.
Yeah, the Lakers have 18 turnovers. The Warriors only have 8. There you go. Check the basketball.
Last year, 15 and a half turnovers a game for the Lakers. 28th in a 30-team league. You would say that won't get it done. With 3 to shoot, and take it right away from Dwight, who's back in the game. Just left it right there for Looney to control it. Under 6 minutes to play, we're only in the third quarter.
So that'll be number 19 in the turnover part.
PhD, that long wingspan that's going to make him an excellent defender throughout the course of his career. Draymond, blank, a brick from straight away. Close. None. Finally gets doubled up as he went to the rim. Stu, plus another one. 2-0 on the turnover department. Officially 21 turnovers. You blinked and you missed one. None. Backhand, that's not going to count. Pretty good crowd on hand here. Very nice crowd on hand, especially with the Giants
absolutely
right down the street.
They love their Warriors. And they also, quite a few Laker fans here as well.
Yes. I'm not sure during the regular season, maybe they'll let them in as freely as they did tonight. Oh, they'll find a way. Again, if you have an opportunity to secure tickets, it's going to be a great opener. October the 19th. Opening night for the 75th anniversary of these two teams. Right down the middle he goes. He'll shoot free throws. Out would have counted. Austin Reeves, number 15, has checked in for the Lake Show.
And those are the kind of shots that you've got to convert, because Dwight got fouled early on his jump. The ball was still in his hands. He gets fouled. He's got basically a freebie. He's fouled right there. Look, freebie. You got to convert that one. That's a 3-point opportunity for you.
Lakers, who hosted their first playoff game since 2013 last year. It was a long time coming. Obviously, the playoff run was in the bubble when they won the championship. It was great to have playoff basketball at Staples Center as we look at Reeves. Back on that 2013 team that hosted. Pau Gasol was a member. Congratulations to an incredible Hall of Fame career to Pau Gasol. Boy, they might have gotten a hand on that one. Came up woefully short, but cleaning it up on the weak side was Dwight Howard.
After missing 2 free throws and then missing the corner shot, they get a scratch. Look at this defense.
defense. Jordan Poole. And he was all world in the preseason. THT leads in, and it won't go down. 28 for Poole. 83-62.
He got 4:20 to go here in the third, so if he plays in the fourth, he'll go for 40. Jordan Poole is just making it look real easy.
Jordan Poole's going to give him some outside shooting until Klay Thompson gets back. You know who they really wanted in the offseason? Was Patty Mills.
Oh, another shooter. Huh?
Yeah, they went after Patty pretty hard, but he chose Brooklyn over Golden State. That would have been a wonderful pickup for them, and it certainly is for Brooklyn. We didn't see Patty play when Brooklyn was in town.
The name of the game of basketball now is shooting the ball.
Ray Iguodala, 37-year-old, 18 great years, originally a Philadelphia 76er, Steph Curry. This is second scoring title last year. Reeves for three. He's got the triple. Yes, sir. Reeves for the Lakers.
A little bit of a flat shot from Reeves, but the result is all that matters.
By the way, Steph signed the Supermax 4-year deal.
No, he signed the Super.
215. That's super.
That's super.
Nice turnover for Golden State, just 9 for them. Horton Tucker, the strong dribble behind the back, nice play. Pretty play as Dwight lays it up and in with the finger roll.
THT.
Yes, it was. Curry comes around the pit. Ian Poole putting on a show, but for Steph, it's mostly the 2-point variety. Although not lately, is he hot? He turned the other way. It was already facing and walking down the other way, trying to put a little entertainment factor into this one for the home folks. Although he couldn't knock it down.
A foul on Iguodala. Shoved Dwight in the post area. And he says, no, I just made a good defensive play.
Here's a guy who made 6 consecutive trips to the finals. 5 with Golden State, then 1 with Miami against the Lakers down in Lake Buena Vista, Florida. Back to his familiar number 9 after wearing 28 last year in Miami. Kelly Olynyk already had dibs on number 9.
After making his first 2 free throws, right now he's missed his last 3.
Dwight, who played last year in Philly. Free throw shooting all of last year. Only shot 20 free throws. Well, that was his threes. Excuse me. He shot. But he was 58% from the line. He shot 23s last year for Dwight. Shot 23 pointers last year. Made 5. Quick, what is it? 25. Here's
Can't shoot the 3.
2.5 to play. Third quarter. There's a 3 left. Got to get a bounce. Nearly did. Not had it. Lost it. They still can't score. Right back. There's Poole looking for more. As Langston Galloway is in the game, the veteran. There's a guy, Langston Galloway. How old is Langston? Seems like he's been around longer than he has too. Is it another technical foul?
Yeah, I think they caught Jordan Poole. Must have said something that the official didn't really appreciate. I'm sure it wasn't anything about dinner reservations.
Back in your day, how thick-skinned were the officials? How much did it take to get whistled for a tee back then, as opposed to today?
Took quite a bit.
Yeah. That has changed in a large regard. Personal and technical foul, both on Poole.
Just like it took quite a bit to get to the free throw line. Now that you breathe on me, I'm going to the line now.
attempt. Remember when they were 13 for 13?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, a long time ago. They're now 15 for 23.
Make 2 out of the last 10.
Timeout.
Oh, still 2:27 to go in a third quarter that the Lakers would like to forget.
Now we're back. Yes, it's preseason, but yes, it's also a disappointment again tonight for the Lakers. 89-69, getting outplayed by Golden State. It's about every category. Warriors are on pace to attempt 59 threes. They attempted 69 in their first game this year, preseason. Steph has 30. Poole has 28. THT has a made free throw.
And the two of them combined have attempted 26 three-pointers.
Lakers on the floor. Reeves, Nunn, Howard, Morton Tucker, and Ellington.
Good shooting perimeter team.
Here's Langston Galloway, the 29-year-old, gets knocked by Reeves. That's one way to take it away. Bumped him literally off the basketball. Morton Tucker, quarterback, this time down the floor. Got right back. With 2 minutes to play here in quarter number 3. THT wants to get into it. Does momentarily. Now back for Kendrick. Straightaway 3 off target. Dwight's got another offensive rebound. That's one thing he has done well tonight. Hit the offensive board.
Control glass, especially when you have somebody out there that can match his physicality. Right now, hey, that's no one. Will not do it.
Yeah, I mentioned that earlier in the game. Wide open. Nobody challenging on that 3. Rebound to Dwight Howard. 7th rebound overall tonight. Along with a dozen points. Reeves is open. Got it.
Now, fact that is, his margin for error is not very good or big, but basically not down 2 in a row.
Howard with 5 offensive rebounds out of the 8 now that he officially has. Iguodala, they'll work that perimeter if they find somebody. And there it is on the other side, but the attack instead back to Iguodala. Has lost some athleticism, but none of the smarts. To beat the clock from the corner, 9th rebound for Dwight. Final minute of the third. 89-75. So the Lakers trying to get closer. Slam dunk. THT to Dwight.
Roll, throw it up near the rim for Dwight.
Now it's a dozen. The Lakers perhaps getting to single digits before the quarter's out. They're going to stop here first and foremost, and they do not. With Otto Porter Jr. Porter played with Chicago and Orlando last year, mostly with the new look Bulls.
Porter's problem throughout his career has just been to stay healthy.
You're absolutely right. With 2, with 1, and the aforementioned 1 will shoot the final attempt of the quarter, and the Lakers are down.
And all that is a percentage buster. He gets credited for that shot, even though it was something that was highly impossible. We'll head to the 4th. With the Lakers down on the scoreboard, 91-77.
Lakers basketball is being brought to you by Jack in the Box. Try the new $6.99 Cluck Sandwich Combos, only at Jack in the Box. 91-77. Is that Lombard Street? I think it is. The crookedest street in the world. Here in San Francisco. Famous Lombard Street. Oh, we're just talking about how tough it can be to negotiate, get around this city at times. Beautiful, but tough to get around. Underneath, Dwight. He's got a double-double with that rebound. So tonight, number 39 has 14 points and 10 boards.
Dwight can get back into the rhythm of free throws here. I talked about he made his first 2. Since then, he's missed 4 in a row.
percentage way down. Third time around for Dwight Howard. Ill-timed, didn't end well. First trip. Great encore, though, coming back and helping the Lakers win number 17. Over 18 this year and try to get ahead of the dreaded Celtics.
He knocks down 2 free throws there.
All right, it's a dozen. See if they can get it inside of 10 to make it interesting here. Make this fourth quarter something to watch. Late show, stolen away by Rajan. Rondo into the front court. Rondo looks for some help. The trail is Bazemore. Oh, look out. And slipped out of his hands, taken by, that's a nice pass. A lead pass and a score. Really good look by Avery Bradley. Up the floor. Lakers have doubled him up in the turnover department. Something you don't want, obviously. Have twice as many. 22-11. Ugly. Reeves again. Austin's got another tripper. Yes, sir. That's why they signed him to a contract. The two-way into the regular deal. Avery, a nice move to create some space. The Lakers down 93-82. Nunn trying to get to the basket. Oh, good shot. Reverse layup. Very little room for Kendrick Nunn.
He did a good job of using the basket and out there.
Here we are, down to 9. This is how worried Steve Curry is. Not one bit. Of course. There's Mike Brown. You know who's alongside of him now too is Kenny Atkinson. You see on the other side, who used to coach Brooklyn.
Another look at Kendrick Nunn going in and utilizing his offhand to score easily.
Bob Myers, their general manager, in his 10th year. Iguodala comes up short. Another rebound for Dwight. He's putting up good numbers here tonight. Dwight's only played 17 minutes. Check like those 16 points and 11 rebounds. Rondo with a jab step. Nobody was biting on that. Cross court to the open baseball. The rainbow. Dwight in good position, so they foul Howard.
Yeah, he's just way too physical for Bielitsa. As I said, probably 5 times tonight, but Bielitsa can't wait for somebody to come in his belly with the center position so he doesn't have to battle Dwight in the middle. The shot goes up, Dwight's the inside, and he gets held by Bielitsa.
It's one of those out of the corner of his eye. Please take it. Please stop the pain.
Please bring in a big and let me move to another position so I don't have to battle with Dwight. Kendrick Nunn with the triple.
All of a sudden, here come the Lakers, 93-87. So it was a lost cause all of a sudden, but Bielitsa gets away from it.
2 Lakers went for that steal and came up dry. That's why Bielitsa was able to get the layup.
Reeves quickly now back out to Rajon Rondo. Rondo lob to Dwight right there. Boy, Rajon's delivered on the money a couple of times for some easy lob jams for the Lakers.
He had good eye contact with Dwight on that play.
12-4 run and a foul. Dwight tried to protect the rim.
Lakers getting a nice little run here. Kendrick Nunn had a nice play a minute ago where he came up and knocked down the triple off the screen by Dwight. And then Rondo just throw it up near the rim, let Dwight go up and get it. Dwight goes up and he gets it.
By a wide margin, Howard is the leading scorer tonight, 18. Next highest is Bazemore with 11.
Yeah, for the Lakers.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, the other guys are in the stratosphere. Curry with 30 and Poole with 28. Back at it again on Sunday. Another lob to Howard. Throw that baby down.
And one.
Count it. And the Lakers are down by 5. They're having some fun now. Now the smiles are starting to come out.
Screen and just roll to the rim, and they're finding Dwight. Dwight is finishing. Another little flush there, and back to the free throw line to see if he can complete the three-point play.
Passionate, emotional Dwight Howard into it. Lakers now on top of, or just 2 behind in points in the paint, 36-34.
He at least got his wish.
Is it? Yeah. Help.
No, he's out.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Take me out. Help. He was just looking for rescue me.
They go even smaller at that position.
Dwight saying, don't take me out. Don't even think about it. 21-11 for Dwight Howard. DJ, who started when 18 minutes, had 8 boards and 8 points, acquitted himself well. Toscano Anderson, bounce on top, 3 on the way, in there! Otto Porter. He hits the triple, and the lead is back to 7. We're not even 4 minutes into the quarter. Anytime, fourth quarter, Lakers and the Warriors. Kendrick Nunn, perfect.
Rondo with another assist. Kendrick Nunn with another triple.
Nunn off the bench, 13 points, has hit 3 threes. Porter Jr., boy, he lost it momentarily.
Because he had contact.
Going up to get it was Bazemore. Second team foul on the Lakers. Lake Show trying to come back and get a win here in the preseason. I mentioned Sunday is our next telecast. It'll be the Phoenix Suns again. We'll have it for you here on Spectrum Sportsnet. Corner open.
Tough to play zone against a three-point shooting team. Not a three-point shooting player, but a team. All of them can drill.
All right, that's one of the youngsters, Moody, from the outside. Moses Moody, 14th pick in the draft. Played his college ball at Arkansas.
Offensive foul, yeah.
That time he was pushing, shoving, he might get another technical foul if he's not careful.
He does, that's his second.
Yeah, and he'd be gone.
It's a delay of game instead.
This close to a possible team. This close.
Dwight goes out, and in comes DeAndre.
Saw Moses Moody hit that 3. Again, the 2 players that are lottery picks, they don't expect them to contribute this year. It's not like a rookie that's going to come straight in. They just want them to get experience and reps, and there's Moody again. Rebound to DeAndre. So he's very close to a double-double himself. That's his 9th rebound. I'm looking for another. Oh, he tipped it up and in. Forget about the lob and the jam. That was just a lob and a tip. Well controlled.
Nice play by DeAndre. Out of position to really flush it. And enough presence to get the tap.
And again, he can get down the floor quickly. Still, the veteran. Those long strides of DJ.
Another lob goes. Rondo, there's DeAndre to tap it home with the left hand.
Rajon has 4 assists.
Just seems like a...
Yeah, and wearing number 4 changed his numbers and came back. Most of the Lakers' numbers are straight through like 1 through 11. The higher numbers this year. Under 18, each team was right there. Ball on the ground, Toscano Anderson, and he's known for his hustle. Picked up 18 stitches on a play against Boston last year, and that hustle results in a 3 for Golden State. Rondo open, won't take many of them, but he takes that one and scores it. Switches it through, the splash for Rondo.
A couple of years ago when Rondo with the Lakers, and he had a stretch where he was drilling some threes.
Yeah, and then playoff Rondo was on camera. Someone rolls off the rim, but they get an extra opportunity. They're not going to take advantage. Rajon's got the rebound. Look at him directing traffic. Say, let's go, fellas. 105-100. They can draw ever closer. Oh, could be a turnover. They're fortunate. None. Rebound to Toscano Anderson.
Shot by Nunn was rather flat.
Shake and bake. Toscano Anderson. Anderson in close quarters. In the key. Here comes Moses Moody. Interior passing. And the finish by Jordan Bell, who's trying to make this team as the 15th guy on the roster. Former Oregon Duck. Tucker did not play in the first half. Taking his time on the outside, but then goes right in and going. Bodies it well. Just the change of pace, Stu, and the ability to get to the basket.
Created contact, angle for the contact. Off the dribble with the one-hand scoop shot. He gets a three-point opportunity. So with 5:24 to go here in the fourth, Lakers have pulled to within 5. It could be 4. With the free throw when we come back.
Well, the Nissan calendar keeps shrinking in the preseason. Just 3 left, Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, so we'll play, get a day off play, day off play. All of the games on Spectrum Sportsnet, a return engagement for both the Suns and the Warriors. And then interested to see the Sacramento Kings. Luke gets another opportunity to try to turn it around. Up in Sacramento, it has been a long drought for the Kings. There's Barron. Davis. Mello and company. All right, so as we come back, the basket by THT. It's 107-102. Things are not going well for the Dodgers up the street. So far, not going well for the Lakers here, but that one means a little bit more than this one.
Just a little.
Just a little. And we're under the halfway mark. Glad you're with us. Preseason Laker ball. Working is Chioza with the basketball. He's going to fire it up from the corner. Chris Chioza, 4th year in the league, played last year in Brooklyn. Signed a 2-way deal. Missed some time last year with the hand surgery, so he's looking to match on here. Oh, Horton Tucker with authority, 2 hands.
If you're going to go, you might as well go for a reason and not just a season. That was a nice, aggressive attack.
That's the second highlight jam for THT this preseason. 110-105. Just hanging in there after being way down in this one. THT brings them within 3. It's been a nice second half for THT. 14 points, 15 minutes, 4 of 8 from the floor. Has made a 3, also has a couple of assists. To go along with that highlight dunk. Chioza gets around Rondo. 30-19, Lakers outscoring it so far here in the quarter. Now it's Reeves. Lakers can tie it with a 3.
Good anticipation by Reeves. Off the ball, he knew what would happen with the spin. He was there.
Rondo with the left hand. And it's a 1-point game. Timeout, Steve Curry.
This group, they've been fighting. They have really put up some good resistance. In the second half, THT has come to play. Gets in the paint, and wow, what a nice finish, as he knew defensively they were going to attack. 110-109 Warriors. You know, the Lakers down by only 1. Kendrick Nunn has shown off a little bit for himself tonight as he made a couple of nice plays early in the first half. This contact concentration play that he made against a bigger defender in Looney was nice. It showed that he really create off the dribble. Got guys at the backcourt that can create their own shots off the dribble. That can be a major plus. And that's what he can do along with knock down the long ball. He's got 13 points in 20 minutes or so.
Now let's talk about this again, Stu. The competitive spirit of this group that's been out there right now for the Lakers.
Absolutely. They have really put up some resistance.
I mean, this game was over. Yeah, it was. And it was lackadaisical and lethargic. Not anymore. At that time, Dwight lets him go right to the basket for the backhand layup.
Because Dwight was anticipating a dribble handoff, and he was ready to step out, and the guy didn't pick up his dribble, and he didn't hand it off.
And that guy is Jordan Bell. Rajon, there's the fake pass, and then they got a little fancy. Rajon thought he was held, and at the other end, oh, blocked by Nunn! Chased down, blocked by Kendrick Nunn. They try to find Dwight. Down goes one of the Warriors, and the Warriors now in the attacking zone. Here they go again. Galloway will bring it back out. 3 on the way. Rebound to THT. Kendrick Nunn with the nice defensive play.
Exactly, never giving up.
Or Tucker, that's a good feed. Oh, Dwight missed it. I was about to say good night. And it was a nightmare.
Wow.
Instead.
Did he drop his head on that dunk attempt?
Oh. And so the lead is still 3. Could have brought him to within 1.
Illegal screen. Jordan Bell.
As they knock Reeves down.
Nice play by Kendrick Nunn. It's a nice block on a nice retreat. Prevents the layup without committing the foul. And this dunk by Dwight. Something you don't see that often. Just flat missed that one.
3-point game, 2.5 to go. Lakers will be flying home right after the game tonight. Kendrick Nunn, pull up, left side, left hand. Couldn't knock it down, so the Lakers still fighting uphill. Stolen away by Reeves. 3 on 2. Reeves behind his back. Reeves gets it knocked away. Yes. Not just losing, got a hand on it. Out of bounds it goes.
I said in the last game that Reeves just has a mind for the game. He understands the game. And that time he knew what the offensive player was about to do, anticipated it, and comes up with the steal. Nice play.
Lakers last led 29-28 in the second quarter. Nunn blocked. Saved by Rondo. Trying to find Howard. Lakers THT for the tie. Not going to get it. It's taken by Golden State. Lakers trail by as many as 22 in this game. Moody! That's the rookie. Moses Moody. THT trying to answer back the scoop. He doesn't get the score, but he'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Block and foul on Jordan Bell. Moody with the triple puts the lead back to 6, or up to 6.
By the way, Moody at the other end, he was second to Kuminga in the points per game for their summer league. Was one of just 3 freshmen in the nation last year. He averaged 15 points and 5 rebounds when he was at Arkansas. The team coached by former Golden State coach Eric Musselman. Now it's THT with 2 free throws and under 2 minutes to play. And if you need last-minute tickets to a game this week, you can do. Ticketmaster is the official resale ticket marketplace for the Lakers. For every Laker game, make sure to check out Ticketmaster.com for all your ticket needs. And rest assured, these tickets are 100% verified and secure. You can get tickets for the upcoming preseason games or perhaps even opening night. Dwight is in there trying to knock it free. It's a 5-point game. All the way! That could do it. That might do it. 7-point game, minute and a half.
There's a lot of time left for the Lakers. Again, a defensive breakdown. And uncontested dunk to put the lead to 7. As they continue to fight. As you mentioned, time running out. As the Lakers trail by 7, minute 34 to play. This trip down for the Lakers will determine whether this one is really over or not. They've got to scratch on this possession. They still have an opportunity. Come up dry here, and it's not going to look good.
That's, like I said, could have. You mentioned plenty of time. Only a couple of possessions, especially when you play Matador defense like that, and they let him through and he scores. THT. 117-112. Morton Tucker, 17 points, all in the second half. Around a bit, on its way, rebound to Rajon. So the Lakers breathing. Down 5, minute 8. Reeves tries another triple. Oh, they're really wrestling down low, and the foul's going to be called on Moody. He got tangled up with Dwight.
Giving up a little bit of size there, Moody. Not a bad play, though, by the Warriors because you play the percentages. That sends Dwight to the line for 2. He gets fouled on the rebound attempt.
Look at that. He was trying to block it. It was like it was a running play. It's a total running play. We're going straight up the gut with this one. Dwight is 5 out of 9 tonight. Crowd pretty boisterous right now. Dwight silences it for the time being, except for those Laker faithful.
Left here in this encounter. Dwight checks in with his 22nd point.
Reeves has 9 points in 15 minutes, along with 2 rebounds. Frank has let this squad out there to get it done. They brought him back.
Fought back.
Let's finish it.
That's right.
Under a minute. It's a 1-possession game. Not anymore. That's what Galloway does. Been in the league a while to shoot threes.
That's what the 3-point shot does also.
Out of bounds. Turnover. Lakers.
That time, Rondo was anticipating none dropping to the level of the ball, and he didn't. Pass went out of bounds.
26 turnovers tonight for the Lakers. Contributing 31 points for Golden State. Woo. And foul going to be on top with Reeves. Lakers staring 0-3 right in the face right now. And Golden State will move to 3-0, it appears, in this preseason. They've got 2 more games left. By the way, their first week, Golden State, they play at the Lakers and home against the Clippers, and then at Sacramento for Steve Kerr's team.
Well, they did actually a hack-a-bell. I thought they would have
hack-a-bell. Okay.
The possession before Galloway made the triple.
Yeah, all right.
That was the time to maybe use that strategy. But as it turns out, Bell says, I don't care when you do it, I'm knocking down free throws.
Well, I would say it's not a large sample size for Jordan Bell last year. Played 6 games, shot 2 free throws. Made 1, made 1. Shot 2, made 1. What did he do right here? Shot 2, made 1.
We are who we are. Offensive foul. Wow.
And now this game is over. 121-114. Lakers will not foul. Warriors will not shoot. And again, early on, it was really a show. Curry and Poole, but not what you would expect. Again, Steph did not shoot the 3-ball well tonight. Did most of his damage from inside the arc. And stick around, because we're going to hear from the Lakers in the postgame show. Here with Frank Ellington. Did not like, and get ready for Phoenix. They won't shoot it. I thought he might put it up, Moody. Instead, they
at you.
And this game is over. We'll see the Warriors again next week at Staples Center. And again, these 2 teams will get primed for opening night as Frank and Steve